100 men versus a gorilla.
Yeah, this was actually really easy to solve, right? So there's a YouTube channel called...
Well, hang on. Before you solve it, let's just have a look to see how big these bastards
Yeah,
are.
they're big.
Samson, do you want to play that for me? Look at that.
Yeah.
Absolute unit.
Yeah.
Come up, he's going to come down past you. And just sit still when he does.
They are
Get your
gentle
feet out the
until
way.
they're not.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going down that way.
So this is actually scientifically demonstrable because actually the numbers are in, right? So gorillas, obviously in a one-on-one confrontation like that, are really scary, but there are a bunch of problems with gorillas that a channel called North02 did a really... He's this guy who does like lots of paleontology videos, but he's very much focused on the science of things. He's like, look, right, gorillas have 85% fast twitch muscle, whereas humans have 50% fast twitch muscle and 50% slow twitch muscle. Yes. Gorillas on 15% slow twitch. The difference between these is fast twitch is where you get your strength, slow twitch is where you get your endurance. And being 85% fast twitch muscle means that even if the gorilla is going absolutely bananas, completely berserk, it can only do so for about 3 or 4 minutes, right? Until it will literally collapse without any energy in its muscles at all. So even if it only kills, 4 or 5 people, okay, that sucks for them, but the rest of us have got all the time in the world to just kick the crap out of it.
So it's like a shock and awe kind of thing.
Very
right?
much.
Samson, play this without the sound, so we just got a bit of background. You can stick it on loop as well.
That's exactly what it's like. And so there is just physically no way a gorilla has the endurance to defeat 100 men in single combat. It can't happen because that's just not what they're built for. Humans are endurance fighters, hunters. And so, we can't individually... and that gorilla's way oversized, by the way.
Yeah.
We can't individually beat up a gorilla, but we can just run around a bit, tire it out. It'll kill a couple of us.
If you're not the first one.
Sure, but even if you're the first one, okay, just leg it, and other people can distract it, etc. Right? You've got this giant thing. The gorilla's unless it's like begins like a video game and just starts charging you and attacking, it's gonna beat its chest and hype itself up and stuff. So just get it to use its energy, and it will just very slowly get that back, and you'll have all the time in the world to just stomp on its head. And kick it in the groin and things. And don't get me wrong, gorillas are tough, but they're not like invulnerable to damage or something. Like
how would you even damage it with your bare
hands? Kick it, punch it, right? Like when it's on the floor gasping for breath, choke it out. Like do whatever you want because it will literally get to the point where it just can't even move.
So I haven't got it in here, but I did get a video. Have you ever had taken a coconut home from the supermarket? And it's an absolute bitch to open. Anyway, gorilla had this coconut. And he just tapped it with the back of his hand and the thing split apart.
Yes. They're very strong. That's true. The problem is they're not very good for endurance, and literally after killing a couple of guys, they'll just pass out.
Cole's right, and I'm sure this will come up again, that men are particularly good at endurance.
Yeah.
Like a man can, all fishing is you just tire the fish out until it's so exhausted it can't really move anymore, and you just reel it in. A 300-pound...
tuna or something.
So like a man can outdistance a gazelle in endurance.
Oh, I think apparently it's us and wolves that have the best long-distance endurance, and we're tied.
So men would definitely still be in the fight when a gorilla's exhausted to the point where it can barely move. Then you can gouge its eyes, you can jump up and down on its knees until they're broken so it's immobile. You can just... 10 guys taking it in turns, booting it in the face until it's unconscious.
That sounds worse than beating
Glasgow
up those
style.
little horses.
No, the gorilla started it, mate. Okay,
He's a beautiful, majestic animal.
We're going to assume the gorilla started
it. You asked how to defeat a gorilla unarmed. I'm telling you how you do it.
It's totally doable. In fact, the gorilla can't win.
So the gorilla's just killed 5 of Dan's pals. It's gasping for air on its floor, and Dan's like, show some pity, lads.
Yeah, exactly.
Goes and
Dan,
gives it
come
a
on.
hug.
Why my mate's up first?
I don't know, but you've turned into the leftist in this conversation, so we have to defeat the gorilla.
Why are you showing sympathy to the savage?
Yeah.
Because I expected to get 15 minutes out of this bit, and Carl's just cut my knees off after 15
Unfortunately,
minutes. That's why.
Science does have something to say on this.
In this video, right at the end, if you skip back over to the end of it, right, after everybody's dead except for one guy, then he pulls the gun. Why didn't you?
You needed that at the start.
To begin with.
Right,
There's a lack of logic in this clearly documentary video right here. We're not smart people.
You just punt it in the throat until its windpipe collapses.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, gorillas are tough, but they're not like invulnerable to damage or something.
Well, what
would be the difference? What would be the difference if you were up against a rabid chimpanzee? Are they also mostly fast twitch, or are they?
Yes. All apes are mostly fast twitch, apart from humans, which are like just really, like Bo said,
we're insane endurance animals.
We're endurance hunters.
I was going to raise that point. People underestimate human skin, but it is a genuine, massive, massive advantage because we can dissipate heat significantly better than basically any other animal. Yeah. And early hunters could actually hunt by just walking after a deer or something. Because you walk after a deer and the deer's like, oh, leg it, and it legs it. But then you just come over the hill like a Terminator. You're still walking towards it. You basically just do that all day until the deer can't dissipate the heat anymore, and it's just standing there stupefied, and you can just walk over and
it'll just collapse, heaving. Just what is happening to me? So good question, bro.
Some people still hunt like that, like on the savannah, like the Masai Mara or whatever. They'll just keep jogging towards an individual gazelle or a zebra or something until it's exhausted and it collapses. And with the best will in the world, it can't get up. You walk straight up to it, cut its throat.
Yeah. Simple as.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
No mercy from Bo.
Yeah, no, literally.
Got to eat.
Ducks,
Really
rapists,
thought about it.
gorillas, pussies, deer slaughtered.
You're either,
just come on.
You're either going to kill it or you go hungry, Carl. So
I
which is
agree.
it?
I'm totally in favour.
I'm sure it's very nutritious as well. Probably very tasty.
Yeah,
all that running tenderises the meat.
Oh
God, I'm getting hungry.
Are gazelles also rapists? Because I want to know if I should feel bad about.
I think there's lots of animals that are rapists.
But not gazelles.
Dolphins are rapists.
Well, I thought you guys were going to go the other way with this, so I was going to introduce an element of doubt by saying what about an Eddie Hall.
The crap out of Eddie Hall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in a one-on-one, still Eddie Hall wouldn't stand much of a chance. Eddie Hall would struggle against a chimp, let alone a gorilla.
Yeah. And it's not to say that he's a wuss or something.
No,
it's just these things are so tremendously strong compared to humans.
I wouldn't want to fight a chimp.
And it's literally just the composition of the muscles. It's just completely different to ours.
And it's grip strength. It could just rip the flesh off of you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But Eddie Hall's not just, was the strongest man in the world. He's also done a fair bit of fighting. He had a fair few different MMA fights, and so he knows how to fight as well. But the gorilla would wipe the floor with him.
I don't think the gorilla's going to stick to MMA rules.
Oh, right.
No, yeah, true.
Yeah, if Eddie taps, that's not it.
Gorillas also have a really weirdly strong bite force. And huge
yes, they do.
teeth.
I've got that on the main event. I'm going to do the bite forces on the main event. Yeah.
Right. But another thing is the thing is like chimps are like malevolent when they bite. Right. Chimps, gorillas just bite the first thing they get hold of. So if you put your arm up, it'll just bite your arm. Right. Chimps will go for vulnerable areas like your crotch or your face.
Oh yeah,
They go for your eyes.
Yeah. The chimps are actually they're the most evil creature on earth, and I would definitely get rid of them if I could. I hate chimps.
Are they as evil as the honey badger? Because
the honey badger is just based.
Top Gear, Top Gear has scared me off of the honey badger.
Yeah, don't fight one.
When Jeremy Clarkson says that it will also bite your nadgers off.
Sure, but a lot of animals will do that. But chimps don't have to do that, and they choose to.
They don't have to, they just like it.
Yeah.
If you would like to see the full version of this premium video, please head over to lotuseaters.com and subscribe to gain full access to all of our premium content.